Yo guys, how's it going? It's Rager Gaming here, and we are back with another top 5 now. With this one, we are talking about the top 5 guns in the Giant. Now, you know, the Giant is probably my favourite map at the moment for Black Ops 3. A lot of nostalgia when it comes back to Deriz. Back in the day, it was an amazing map. Here right now, it's still an amazing map. Even Black Ops 1 was an amazing map, you know, the way that they renditioned it and whatever. So this is almost like a guide video as to the top 5 guns that I would recommend and why to use on the Giant if you're going for high rounds. Now, you know, I mean, just in that video there that now, I finished about 10 minutes ago, it goes on for about an hour, and it's my attempt at getting to round 50. I use a few of these guns that are in the list. I attempted for one, didn't happen, but we are going to speak about the top 5. Let me just get comfortable because this should be good. Right, so number 5 is the L car. Now, the L car, as I said before, is a really good points earner, and it's just in the early rounds, it's probably the best in terms of just in general going for headshots. I mean, the bullet count is better than the RK5, and the Shiva is probably not as good damage wise, but you know, there's always that mobility factor that comes into play. But yeah, just for the very reason that it's a really good points earner at the very start rounds is exactly why it's coming in at number 5. No more, no less than just really good at stacking up points to open doors, open the box, get new weapons. Now, going on to number 4, let's have a look, and it is the KRM. Now, the KRM, yet again, is a really good gun for points earning. Maybe not as good as the L car, but it does succeed in later rounds. Obviously, with its pack-a-punched variation, it is just absolutely amazing. You could train with this really easily. If you could double pack-a-punch this and get a thunder wall or a fireworks or just anything, it is just exquisite to use. It's just a really all-around good shotgun. There was the haymaker, but I feel like it doesn't have a lot of damage, and it does take about 2 or 3 bullets. Even at higher rounds it takes maybe 4 or 5. The Brecci is a box weapon, and that goes for the Argus as well. Because they two are box weapons, I feel like the KRM has more credibility. You're easily going to be able to get the KRM. It's next to the teleporter if you have mule kick and still need a third weapon, the KRM. It's just an all around really good gun. As soon as it's been pack punched, as soon as everything's been done to it, it's 10 times better. Now, number 3, this is where the top 3 guns in the Giant gets a little bit better. And this is not just specifically for sitting up in the catwalk, but also a little bit for training as well. It just depends how your style of gameplay is. But number 3 is the Dangle. Now, obviously the Dangle being probably the best LMG in this game so far. I mean, the Gorgon, slow at fire and high damage. The Dredge is a 4-round burst, which I don't see why anybody would use that. The BRM kind of has a little bit of recoil and takes quite a lot of time to reload compared to the Dingo. Even with speed coil, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But the Dingo being fully automatic, sitting on that catwalk, just spraying for headshots, or not even really spraying. I don't think there's a spraying aspect that you actually need to carry out with this gun. When you're on the catwalk, you just have to go for headshots, that's it. And it's just an all-around easy gun if you wanted to try for red hex camo and get a certain amount of kills, or if you're going for a challenge or anything like that. It's so easy on this map compared to Shadows of Evil and stuff. You know, with Shadows of Evil you're looking at more mobility side of things, so maybe the Dingo isn't as good as, say, the Kuda or the Havoc or the ICR. You know, a smaller gun with same firepower-ish. But the Dingo on the Giant is one of the best guns, and it comes in at number 3. Now, number 2, for the exact same reason that it's on the walls, it is the KN-44. Now, if you know the Giant on Black Ops 3, the KN is right next to the catwalk and right next to the teleporter that is pretty much adjacent to the catwalk. So, obviously this gun with its high rate of fire, it's really good when you put attachments to it. The line of sight with the iron sights maybe can be a little bit better. There's a bit of recoil in about there, so it could be better, it could be worse, but the fact that you could get it off the wall for a low price, 1,400, is 10 times better. We seem to have some technical difficulties. Fuck this controller, by the way, honestly, every single time. Every single time. Anyway, so it comes in at number 2 just because of the reason that it is a wall weapon. It's so easy to get your ammo and whatever else. And I'm going to hurry this up before my controller dies again. Honestly, the price of equipment these days to film these videos is just... Anyway, number 1, I think everybody pretty much knows what it's going to be, and if you didn't, then you've obviously not played the Giant as much as I have. And I know that Kieran Faulkner will be loving this choice. It is, of course, the Drakon. Now, I mean, this being a semi-automatic sniper rifle, having a lot of fire damage, well, firepower damage, I guess, or just damage in general, is just 10 times better for getting headshots. You get this pack-a-punch into the Bahamut, is it? Or Bahamut? Depends on how you want to pronounce it, I guess. It just increases tenfolds, and the fact that it takes no time at all to reload, I know you kind of have to get it out of the box, and that is a downside. If it was on the wall, it would be way too OP, and people would have to buy it for like 3,000. So yeah, that's pretty much why we are coming to the conclusion that it's going to be number one. It is just an all-around beast. Getting headshots, it lasts, I think it's a one-shot headshot into like round 28 or something. It's late 20s at least that it's a one-shot headshot, if you can get your headshot, tip of their head kind of thing. So if you're ever playing the Giant, they are the top 5 guns that you should look out for. I'm also going to do a top 5 Shadows of Evil guns list as well, when I could be arsed playing Shadows of Evil and just making a list in general. I'm going to have to be arsed playing it at some stage, so you will see a list coming out. If you want to see any other top 5 lists and stuff like that on my channel, then let me know, and also let me know your thoughts about these top 5 guns if you haven't already seen it. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I will see you in the next video.